Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. This is the first actual sunrise I've been able to film in quite a while. We've had that morning haze and smoke from Mexico. Thank you, Mexico. Mexico, the gift that keeps on giving. Is that Kevin? Wonder where he's going in such a hurry. I'm at the South Jetty, Port Aransas, Texas. Feels like there's a light breeze. They're saying we're going to get some storms later this afternoon. That's okay. Make the beach more drivable. I can hear I think they call these boats supply carriers. And it is funny how the massive ships come by and they don't make a noise, and some of these smaller boats can be a little bit loud. .6:41 in the AM. I really wanted to sleep today. Said to myself, I saw the sky just starting to change color. Don't block our sun. He's hauling the sun right now. Sun overboard. I recorded so many ships yesterday that I don't even care about ships today. Unless I see a moving oil rig. No ships. I always say that, and then I see a ship coming in. They come running. Looks to be quite a swell out there at the Corpus Christi Ship Channel. Port Aransas, Texas, Mustang Island, North Jetty, Corpus Christi Ship Channel, again. It's pretty, guys. There's probably about 20 people here. A handful are fishing. Some people were out walking. It's a very nice time of the day. I'm looking forward to a cup of coffee, getting washed up, clean clothes, change the dressing on my little leg wounds, and get on with the day. That sun's just like an old friend that I haven't seen in a while. Good morning, sun. Seen several squadrons of pelicans. That word's going to be in my head. I get a word stuck in my head for a few days. Squadron, ominous, child support. Some words just never go away. Well, Saturday's supposed to be our driving day video, so I might as well get driving. Met some nice people here on the beach. Talked for a few minutes. Moved right on. I hear another boat coming. Look at the swell. Wow. I hear a boat coming up from our left, it sounds like. Oh yeah, little sport fisherman boat. Look at that thing going up and down. I don't know if I'd be in a big hurry to get in a boat that small with the swells going. Either they are braver than me or I am smarter than them. And since I live full-time in my F-150, they're probably smarter than me too. Who am I kidding? Was up early checking the hockey scores. I think I woke up right around 2:30 a.m. this morning. Went to sleep. Fishermen, getting ready to catch all the big ones. More fishermen. Empty cars of fishermen. Some are fishermen. Some are walkers. Not walkers like The Walking Dead. Not zombies. Well, they could be zombies, but not real zombies. Pretty crowded for 6:46 a.m. The rest of the beach is wide open except for the people, the boondockers of America that stayed overnight. The gulls are up, the terns are up, and here's a fisherman. I see a Eugene. See him? Can you make him out? There's a Eugene just basking in the sunrise, staring at the fisherman until he gets his fish tax. He probably hasn't seen the sun in a long time either, so he's enjoying it. And the winds are calm right now. We're supposed to get a storm for about 2 hours this evening. Pretty violent, lots of lightning, lots of wind, and then calm down again overnight. That's okay. We could use it. Some pelicans. Making sure I don't accidentally run into any birdies. People out for a morning walk. No one wants to go to the emergency room. No one wants that to be part of their morning routine. Here comes someone running. That seems uncalled for. He's probably had coffee. No vehicles beyond this point. Excuse me, I have a YouTube channel. I need to get over there. That could be where the really good stuff is. Billy Idol sings Dancing with Myself. I'm doing Talking with Myself. Look at the doggies. Look at the doggies enjoying the beach. Good morning. They're older dogs. They're my age. There's the dunes. Every time I see that dunes, reminds me of RV Living with the Geezer. Check that channel out, link in description. And on my tablet right now, I have my buddy A Surfer playing live. I was listening to it and watching it, and then when I started recording, I had to turn the volume down, buddy. I'm sorry. Just being honest with you. I can tell you everything that happened the first 28 minutes of your live. There's a squadron of pelicans. Good morning. Good morning, boys. I've been seeing quite a few ground squirrels coming way out of the dunes. Haven't spotted any coyotes in a few days. My first day or two over here, I did catch some in the middle of the night working the surf line at the beach. I didn't catch them. I happened to wake up and look, and there they were. But there are ground squirrels in the dunes here. They kind of look like chipmunks. Look more like chipmunks than squirrels. And they might have another official name, but I've always called them ground squirrels. And I can usually hear them chirping when they're here. But I actually saw them further down the beach. Yesterday was a super day to see the ships. I have never ever seen 4 ships in this portion of the channel at once. So I was pretty excited. There's a squadron of pelicans, kids. Where are they going? I seriously wonder where they're going, because they should be eating. That's a good amount. That's maybe 20, 25. They don't do that V either, like some birds do, like migrating birds do. They're pretty much straight line. And there's another set. Wow, that's a different squadron. They must have war games or something today. I mentioned it in a video a few weeks ago, but from the high tides we've been having, sometimes a couple weeks ago the water came all the way up to here, and it got a noisy crowd today. My apologies, guys, my phone died. I was saying the water came all the way up to here and created some voids in the sand, and there's one of them right there. But last year or so, when they redid the walkway and the South Jetty, big project, took years. They put all the big rocks in, and they eventually filled with sand naturally. There's another hole. And when that tide comes all the way up here and comes out, it kind of underwashes some of the sand. So when you're driving or even walking on top of it, it looks solid, and then you'll go right through, mess up your tire or break a leg. So just please be careful. The turns are peeping. There you go. He's got a good spot. Not that I care, but that one's been there several days. I didn't think you could camp here overnight. Maybe they leave you alone as long as you're not up to shenanigans. That would be good. Music. I haven't looked at the weather report past today. What we got there? Little hunting in the surf there for breakfast. She had the leashes tied around her waist. She has a lot of confidence in those dogs. They see a bird, she's going to go on a Missouri boat ride. Remember that from the Outlaw Josie Wales? There's a ferry that's tethered by a rope. And Josie Wales and his buddy cross the river. And when the bad guys come after them, get on the boat, Josie Wales shoots the rope, leaves them untethered. Wow, that was a black skimmer. Pretty cool. That bird that was literally skimming its beak along the water. There's pelican just dove in. This is like National Geographic. I'm going to have to Google that, but I think that was humans. It's a good day, guys. Sorry, I was quiet for a minute. I was thinking of Clint Eastwood movies. Clint Eastwood. I saw a clip. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone being interviewed together. And the interviewer asked them who would be on the Mount Rushmore of action movie heroes other than you two. And Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, there's some pelicans, not quite a squadron, suggested Bruce Willis, who, okay, I might not have thought of him at first, but they didn't say Clint Eastwood. They didn't say John Wayne. Good morning. They didn't say Bruce Lee. They didn't say Jackie Chan. There's other people I can think of. Van Damme. I wouldn't put Van Damme up there though. When your horrible movies outnumbered your decent movies. I'm talking to you, Steven Seagal. You're off my Mount Rushmore. I can't believe that guy's paddleboarding in this surf. That's some real talent. I have trouble just standing up in the sand. There goes our dog lady again. Where'd you go? Oh, you're out of the frame. That's pretty cool. I always associated that with calm waters like Little Bay and Rockport, or at least staying in the shallows here. That's really impressive. You guys ready for some quiet time? Who made it past the surf? See if the tide brings us in any shells. I haven't really checked high tides and low tides this trip. I wasn't all that concerned about it. The last time I was down here, they were having the coastal flooding, so I was checking that often. You know, the one time last trip down, I was hanging with my buddy Mario. Good morning, Mario. And I looked up the high tide, found the date, found the time, checked the second source, completely different times, checked the third source, completely different times, same date, same time, same area. Hard to believe the internet would lie to us. Yet it has. There's the morning sun hitting the Horace Caldwell Pier. Someone asked me what the water temperatures were, and with the cut on my leg, I haven't gone in the water, but that information can be ascertained by using Google. Make the internet your friend. Google, providing incorrect answers since 1997. Well, the sun is still doing its thing. 7:19 in the AM. Came up the beach a little bit, right around mile marker old 22. Looks like high tide brought in some goodies last night. Some sargassum. Fancy word for seaweed. There's a little castle there. Never forget that sound travels faster than light, which is why so many people seem bright until they open their mouths. Said the guy who's talking way too much in this video. Last day in Port Aransas. Gonna head back to Rockport tomorrow morning. Oh, the sand here is pretty loose. Let me get a little bit of speed here, kids. There you go. Good morning. Sorry to film you, lady. And that's it. The next people are about a mile down. Wow. Mile, half mile, 3/4 of a mile. I'm gonna go 3/4 of a mile. I should go park right next to them. Another sandcastle. I don't think they got to drag the beach here. Pretty bumpy. This right here is where I feel the closest to God. Had some good talks the last few days. When I'm by the water, that's awesome. By a lake or by Little Bay in Rockport when it's calm. But when you get some waves, especially when there's a storm kicking in tonight, they were making a pretty big deal about this storm on the local weather, just saying it's going to be quick and violent. Are these the two bikes we saw laying out here the other day? Yeah, they are. I think I showed them quickly in a video, but I guess they're abandoned. Unfortunately, what happens is sometimes people will steal bikes, hard to believe, and then abandon them, but they look pretty beat, but they were somebody's bikes. I don't necessarily worry about getting things stolen, but it only takes one person passing through that can ruin that opinion. When I set up for the night, I don't really put anything out. I have a chair, a folding beach chair that I use sometimes, but mostly I'll sit on my tailgate. My bed and everything, my kitchen stuff is in the back. I drive a F-150 with a Lear topper. And yeah, I don't have a whole lot to pull out and set up, but what I like about that is it's a quick setup. I can pull somewhere for the night and go to sleep, especially in these temperatures. There's no, I've been sleeping in the front for about 6 months now, since I've had my heart issues. So there is no setup anymore, especially with these warmer temperatures. There's no pillow, there's no blanket. It's put the seat back a few inches and go to sleep. That's my complete setup for the night. Make sure I have water within reach and I'm good to go. I try to pick a spot that has a good cell phone signal so I can check my emails and answer comments, and I have on my tablet movies downloaded and a couple podcasts downloaded, so I have entertainment if I need it. But what I usually do is run a drawing a blank now. I run my tablet off my phone signal for the most part, and I'm drawing a complete blank as to what that's called. You know, that thing I use 5-6 times a day? And I found a good spot right here on Port Aransas Beach where I get a strong signal. Wow, I'm glad I wasn't doing any speed on that hole. I'm glad I hit it twice. Lesson learned, hit it twice. Big wide open area. Sometimes it's hard to balance the camera when you're on uneven ground. That's why I do a lot of crooked pictures. Well guys, before my phone dies again, thanks for riding along today. See? This guy did it right. He parked right here. There's a half mile in each direction. He's got no one near him. I'm gonna go park right next to him. Running joke, guys. Thanks for watching.